What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Credit Spot, where we talk about everything credit, where we give you all the tools you need to start off on your financial journey as you move on. In the last video, I told you when I came back, I was going to have 5 mistakes made by beginners when starting off with credit. So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to jump right into it. Number one common mistake made by beginners when starting off with credit is applying for too many cards. Let me tell you why applying for too many cards at once is a bad idea. It sends red flags off to other lenders. It makes you look desperate. And plus, every time that you apply for new credit, they run your credit. And every time that they do that, you receive an inquiry. If it's not a soft pull, you'll receive an inquiry to your credit. Okay, and inquiries and late payments make up 10% of your FICO score. And an inquiry stays on your credit report for up to 2 years before it actually fall off, folks. So you don't want to be applying for too many cards at once. And then when you apply for a card, let's say you apply for a card today, you want to put a grace period in between before you actually apply for a new card. So you probably, if you apply today, you want to put like a 90-day grace period in between before you actually apply for a new card. And remember, folks, you want to pay off all your cards on time. Keep that in mind. Second common mistake made by beginners when starting off on credit is getting the wrong card, folks. Getting the wrong card. Let me explain to you what I mean by getting the wrong card. Okay, you'll start receiving all types of credit card offers through your mail or in the email. Just because you received the offer don't mean that you should jump on the first thing that was offered to you. Let me tell you what I mean by getting the right card. You want to look out for annual fees, maintenance fees. You want to look at the interest rate on the card. So you don't want to hop on the right card if you're trying to build credit or you're trying to get yourself out of debt. You want to get the card with the lowest interest rate, the one that don't have any annual maintenance fees. You want to look out for these things. So you want to shop around. You don't want to just hop on the first thing just because it was offered to you and end up with the wrong card. Because you might not be trying to pay all these fees. You might be trying to build up or come up out the hole. So you want to make sure you get the right card for you. You don't want to just hop on the first thing that was offered to you. Keep that in mind, folks. Third thing, third common mistake made by beginners when starting off on credit is maxing out the card. You gotta think about that, folks. You gotta remember not to max out the card. You want to keep your utilization as low as possible. You don't want to max out the card. Maxing out the card increases your utilization. Your utilization makes up 30% of your FICO score. 30%, folks. That's a lot. 30%. So you want to be mindful of that. You already when starting off, you might want to find yourself a little budget that you can work out and stick to. You might want to stick to a little budget. You don't want to max out your card. Like I said, your utilization makes up 30% of your FICO score. Your payment history makes up about 35%. Together, your payment history and your utilization are the two most important parts of your FICO score. They make up at least about 70% of your FICO score. So keep that in mind, folks. Keep your utilization low and watch out for your payment history. Mistake number four. Another common mistake made by beginners when starting off on credit is using the credit card wrong. Let me tell you what I mean by using the credit card wrong. I know you're saying to yourself in your mind, how can I use my credit card wrong? Using the credit card wrong is starting to begin to start to think that it's free money. You got to remember, folks, this is not free money. A credit card is not free money. It's a money loan to you by a lender that you have to pay back with interest. So you want to keep that in mind, folks. You want to keep it in mind that it's not free money. So you don't want to just be going hand with the card, spending the money reckless. You want to use your card responsibly. You want to use the card responsibly. Keep in mind, you want to move with your credit card the same way as if it was your debit card, like you was the one that put the money on there. You got to be responsible for this. You don't want to be trying to build your credit or dig yourself out a hole and fuck around, dig a ditch and bury yourself. Keep that in mind, folks. So you want to be responsible. You want to watch out for your utilization. You want to watch out for your payment history. You want to stay on top of these things. You do not want to be reckless using your card the wrong way. You do not be reckless with your card, folks. Keep that in mind. You do not want to be reckless with the card. Number five, fifth common mistake made by beginners. Number five, fifth common mistake made by beginners is not understanding credit. What do I mean by not understanding credit? What I mean by that is not knowing what an inquiry is, not knowing how you get an inquiry. not understanding late payments, not understanding the billing cycle, not understanding how to read your billing statement when it comes in the mail month to month. So these are things that you want to know. So you want to become familiar with credit. You want to familiarize yourself with credit. You want to become familiar with it because the more familiar you are with credit, the easier it'll be for you to navigate from one point to the next. Credit is all a game, folks, and once you learn how to play the game, it's just like any other game. Once you know the rules and how to play the game, you'll be much better at it. You'll be much better at it. But that's about that. That's the 5 common mistakes. I'm going to go on again for you. 5 common mistakes. Applying for too many cards at once. Number 2, getting the wrong cards. Number 3, maxing out your cards, folks. Number 4, using credit cards the wrong way. And number 5 is not understanding credit. Not understanding credit. If you missed anything I said, all 5 of the mistakes will be down in the description. If you missed anything, it'll be down in the description. You can always go back and check it out, or you can always watch the video again. And like I said, I got something special for you folks. You're not going to want to miss this. You're not going to want to miss this. In my next video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you can start an online business right now with no money. It's not going to cost you $1. Not going to cost you anything. I got all the information. I got everything you need. It's not going to cost you one thing. So you aren't going to want to miss that. I'm going to teach you guys how to start an online business right now with no money. I mean, not $1, with nothing. And on top of that, I got a bonus for that. I'm also going to give you guys 3 business credit cards that you can go get right now, even with bad credit. So if you think about opening up a business, you already got a business running, or you was thinking about it and you're trying to figure out how do you get business credit, you're trying to figure out how you get credit cards for your business. Folks, I got it. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to bring you 3 business credit cards that you can go get right now. And don't forget, and I'm going to teach you, I'm going to tell you how you can go start an online business right now for free with no money. So you're not going to want to miss the next video, folks. Like I said, that's something you're going to want to be there for. So as always, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what you think. And like I always tell you, I'm not no rocket scientist. I'm a regular guy. I'm a regular dude just like you. But I'm telling you, it works. It worked for me. I know it'll work for you. So until next time, like I always tell you, before you start planning anywhere, start it up here. Before you start planning anywhere, start it here. So until next time, folks, like I always say, if it worked for me, it'll work for you. You know what it is. Let's get it.